Hello, welcome back to Paranormasight. I almost said Kamishima. I don't know why. When we last left off, I guess we just discovered a lot of things. But yeah, it seems like we were immortal this whole time, and we died seeing the future. Right at the beginning of the game. Very fun. I think it's time for us to finally have this conversation with our foreigners as Yumeko. Should be fun. Yumeko believes the key to dispelling the curse of the raging waves lies in the curse of the Forsaken Fish Curse Stone. She arrives in Kamishima to trace the steps of the two foreigners. Very exciting. The clash of our duos. Actually, we're all like pairs, technically. I see. So you would be Mrs. Shiki, and you say you're a member of the police department currently looking after Circe? My apologies for all the trouble young Circe caused you the other day. She's quite the mischievous little lady, I'm afraid. Oh, not at all. She certainly has some pluck for one so young. Took us quite by surprise, in fact. You would be Circe's guardian, then? Oh no, we're related, to be sure. But she's really more my guide, come bodyguard, if anything. I see. Since when I was your bodyguard as well? I'm afraid that circumstances may dictate that we have to take Circe back to Tokyo with us, though. Is that so? That would be quite the bother. Personally, I'd rather avoid having to do so as well. There's a case here that needs our urgent attention, you see. So I'd appreciate if you cooperated without any fuss. That would depend on what you ask, I'm afraid. Oh, our boy. Arnav Barnum. That's my man. Let's look outside. What is going on out there? We currently stand in front of the torii at the top of the hill. The elevation gives us a beautiful view of both the town and the bay. People were starting to gather at the jetty, so we decided to move our conversation here. Alright. I'm gonna think. I'm glad we found these two so quickly. Having Sato track down their spiritual energy was the right call. Our foremost priority is to find the cursed stone housing the curse of the Forsaken Fish so we can learn how to lift the curse of the raging waves. From everything we learned so far, it's most likely in possession of these two foreigners. Sato mentioned that when we arrived on Kamishima that the energy of the curse of the raging waves has grown much stronger since we were last here. As such, everything else is on our back burner until we've dealt with it. We need to find out how to lift it as soon as possible. Can I think again? Sato mention... Yeah. Okay. Okay, I'm ready. Sato is keeping a close eye on Avi and Circe for me. It's thanks to his clear understanding of our respective roles that I can focus fully on the conversation at hand. Yeah. Sato, what do you make of these two? I can sense an ominous spiritual energy lingering around them. It's all but certain they have cursed stones. I see. I wouldn't have time to play games then. It seems like a direct approach will be best here. Wait, you mean both of them have cursed stones? Yes, both of them. The girl is managing to camouflage the energy from the one she has, but I managed to catch sight of it for a moment. So we're dealing with two cursed stones, are we? Yeah. The energy from the cursed of the raging waves is currently permeating the island. It's so strong I almost missed the energy from the cursed stones. Ooh, that's fucked. Circe is currently meant to be in charge of paranormal affairs. Meant to be in the care of paranormal affairs, not in charge. But has been shirking her training to travel around the country instead. She's a huge nerd. Yumeko, she's a big nerd, I'm so sorry. She's very talented for one so young, and has a lot of guts, too. I can't help but root for people like her. More than anything. I know how they feel. I'd like to leave her be if possible. Yeah, I mean, we're kind of all like, oh my god, yeah, baby. Yes. What? In the dark? I needed to use my vision ability. Damn. Mockingbird 15? What's your name, buddy? What's your name? Tangoing Turkey. Yeah. You know what? Yeah. I don't know if that makes you a villain because you tango, but you do look evil. You've got like a pink furry scarf, which I assume is evil by default. Okay. I've seen that sticker, but have I seen other stickers? Ooh. Well, okay. Okay. Let's see, Arnav. This man, Avi, is apparently a fantasy writer, but he comes across as quite the shifty sort. I don't doubt he'll start trying to throw us off his trail the moment he senses danger. I'll have to watch my step around him. By the way, Cersei, I was told to tell you to return to Tokyo at once if I saw you. What? But I don't want to. I thought you'd say that. Well, I only asked to tell you, no more, no less. What you choose to do with the message is up to you. Thanks, I think. Yeah. If you want to know what happened, ask Avi. I will, thank you. Fine. I will ask Avi. Wait, is there any more things I can stare at? No? The sky? No? The sun? The surroundings? Okay, I'm good. What were you doing down at the jetty just now? Oh, so you didn't see anything that happened before that, then? Would it be inconvenient for you if we had? Nonsense. My hands are as clean as my conscience. Not a spot in sight, I assure you. Never mind that now. We don't have the time. There are several things we want to ask you. Oh, and what would those be? We're going straight to the cursed stones. It's no use trying to play innocent. You know you have the cursed stone housing the curse of the forsaking fish. What's that? A cursed stone? I'm afraid I haven't the foggiest of what you're on about. Avi, they already know. Just give up already. What's this? Stabbed in the back, and by my own kin, no less. How could you? Its spiritual energy is too powerful to hide. I can tell the man over there has already noticed it. Thank you for the help. You saved us quite a bit of trouble just now. Does that mean you'll let us go? I'm afraid we won't be able to just yet, no. After all, you have a cursed stone as well, don't you? Ugh. Oh, Avi was supposed to go, ugh. Ah, yeah, I do. We ran into someone who was trying to use it earlier, so I took it off them. Is that so? Honestly, I'd rather you took it off my hands if possible. You don't seem to be planning to do any harm with it. I suppose we can leave that topic for later. So, why are you letting Avi here walk around with the curse of the forsaken fish? To let him live out his dreams, I suppose. I'm afraid that makes for a poor reason. All right. I admit it. It was all me. I didn't want to give it up, so I asked Cersei if I could hold on to it. I just couldn't let it go, not after learning it had such a close link to mermaids. I see. So that's the cursed stone for the curse of the forsaken fish. How did you come into possession of that cursed stone? Well, that would be a bit of a long story. It all started when I found a mermaid mummy left by my great-grandmother in the old family storage back in the States. That mermaid mummy ended up containing a map, one with a riddle to be solved, no less. That riddle led us to a mysterious box on the seabed. And once we solved the puzzle sealing the box shut, we found this cursed stone nestled within. Oh, a mermaid mummy, you say? It seems that the keepsake passed down by your ancestor was indeed a cursed stone, then. Huh? Oh boy, you get to talk about it. So they found a map hidden within the mermaid mummy and followed it to find a strange box on the seabed. Even if the mermaid mummy had remained in my family's possession, we may not have managed to uncover all the secrets it hid. Perhaps it's for the best the mat passed into their hands in the end. As much as I'm reluctant to admit it, you may be right. Although I get the feeling that Avi will let it go to his head, so perhaps we should keep this to ourselves. They're absolutely correct. I do love that. That's for the best. Yeah. Honestly, pretty cool stuff. Now, putting your return to Tokyo aside, the biggest issue at hand is whether or not you were complicit in this use of the cursed stone. Cursed stones are dangerous things. They should be viewed in the same light as bombs or poison gas and treated with the same amount of care. Allowing one to be used in your presence is also naturally forbidden. You're currently in the care of Paranormal Affairs. If you're found guilty of misconduct, you'll be subject to punishment under our rules. That figures, yeah. I'm glad you understand. Either way, it's the higher-ups who will end up taking responsibility, so I'm happy to leave things there up to them. I wonder if I shouldn't have used it. I mean, I probably would have died, but what would have changed in the story if that were the case? If you want to know what happened, ask Avi. I will, thanks. Okay. By the way, I thought I heard you say something about the Onmyoji who sealed away this cursed stone just now. Am I correct in thinking that they were the ancestor of this young man here? That's right. He was an Onmyoji by the name of Harukage Tsuchimikado. It's said that he hid a clue to lifting of a certain curse within a mermaid mummy, hence our search for the object in question. I see, and that mermaid mummy ended up crossing the Pacific, passing from hand to hand until it reached my great-grandmother. It's quite the miracle that this cursed stone is here with us today. Almost romantic, don't you think? I suppose you could say that, yes. Yeah, I would say that. It is kind of romantic. Never imagined that both of them would have cursed stones. Yeah, okay. It's quite the miracle. Yes, okay. Time to talk about Somikawa. There's no doubt that Miss Somikawa was transfigured into a fish by the curse of the Forsaken Fish. And it's looking extremely likely that you have the cursed stone that would make that possible. No more excuses. Tell us what really happened. Ugh. Alright, you got me. I'll talk, though I don't blame me if the tale ends up being too incredible for your ears. We did it. I see. So it would seem Miss Somikawa had quite the twisted obsession with mermaids. And you sought to grant her wish by using the curse of the Forsaken Fish. Is that right? Correct. I know exactly how it feels, you see. The burning desire to see your dreams realized. And the overwhelming despair upon learning that they can never be. The desperate hope to see even the slightest part of your wish fulfilled at the end. Perhaps that's why I couldn't ignore her wish. The wish to meet her end at the hands of a mermaid's curse. Hearing Miss Somikawa's fervent plea, and seeing her cast herself into the water like that, I knew this was the ending she wanted for her tale, and so I decided to grant it. An elegy for a woman bound by her lineage and consumed by her obsession. I see. I understand where you're coming from, and I can't say I don't sympathize with your feelings on the matter. The fact that she entered the water of her own accord must also be taken into account. I imagine it would have made rescuing her quite difficult. Oh, then you're willing to give me a pass, are you? I'm afraid that isn't my decision to make. Ah. Once we finished our business on Kamishima, I imagine you'll have to come along with us to the office bank in Tokyo. I'll do my best to see if some sort of arrangement can be reached, though. Oh, how kind of you. Good thing I thought to ask. I mean, not a bad reason. It's not a good reason, but for Avi, it's not a bad reason. I mean, for Somikawa, it's a terrible reason. I was like, well, I don't think that's a good plan. Thank you for telling us what happened with Miss Somikawa. As of now, I don't see any reason to doubt your version of events. My thanks. I'll leave the negotiating up to you then. By the way, did you happen to glimpse the resentful memories contained within that cursed stone? I did indeed. A veritable deluge of information, and a 400-year-old information at that. Was the way to lift the curse of the raging waves included in that information? It certainly was. Ah, that's it. That's what we've been looking for. I see. So you're searching for the way to lift some curse or other, yeah? That's the long and short of it. Will you let us have the curse stone of yours, then? It's too dangerous to leave unaddressed as it is, so we can't leave it with you either. Either way. But that just feels so unfair, you know. I was the one who found the map and solved the riddle. Why, the curse stone would still be at the bottom of the sea if it wasn't for me. Ugh. It's hardly been cheap running back and forth like this. I don't know if I could just give you something so important for nothing in return. Ugh, looking to take advantage of the situation, are we? Yikes. Ha! Judge me all you want, but I'm at the end of my rope here too, you know. So what is it you're after then? Money? Well, first of all, I'd like you to turn a blind eye to the fact that I used a cursed stone. And I'd like you to spill the beans on any knowledge you have on mermaids as well. Turning a blind eye might be a bit much, I'm afraid. All I can promise is that there's an attempt to reach some sort of deal. In any case, we don't have time to mess around. I really would appreciate if you cooperated without any further fuss. If you don't, we may end up having to get rough. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh ho, intimidation is it? But if you think your boorish threats will scare me, think again. My trusty bodyguard here will. Sorry, but no, I don't feel well, and we're at a disadvantage here anyway. Ah, over before it even began. A wise decision, young lady. Oh, so that's your game, is it? Abusing your authority to seize the property of a defenseless, powerless civilian? State violence. State violence, I say. Ugh. You do have a cursed stone, though. I doubt anyone would object to use force against an opponent carrying a lethal weapon. What? Seriously? This is really the end of the line, then? Well, if it really is just information on mermaids you want, I'm not opposed to telling you that much. Only within the bounds of what I know, though. Would that be acceptable? What? You mean it? Really? Huzzah! Now that's an offer I can't refuse. Consider this deal done and dusted. Ma'am. It's best if we could get things settled without a fuss. Besides, I don't think it should be a problem now. She knows something, my girl. Never met, yeah, okay, I get it. What's up, my man? Perhaps, okay. Good laughs were had. Let's talk about mermaids. So, what is it you want to know about mermaids, then? Though I'd wager you're after the secret of immortality. Immortality? No. All I want is to meet a real live mermaid. 'Tis naught but dreams and adventure that drive me. Really? That's it? Well, even if you had been after immortality, I doubt it would have been possible. What? You mean the legends about mermaids being able to grant immortality are false? They're not. I've encountered my fair share of people who have become immortal that way, after all. There's even a word for these individuals. They're known as 800-year immortals. 800-year immortals, eh? So they do exist. Incredible. What became of the third Taishima mermaid, then? The one known as Nagame? She hasn't returned to Ryugu, has she? Are you Nagame? Or am I Nagame? She hasn't. Sobae is the only mermaid who returned to Ryugu in the end. Oh, so she's still out there somewhere, roaming the mortal world as we speak. You could say that, but you could also say that she's no longer here. What do you mean? Don't tell me she died. Well, that also wouldn't be entirely accurate. Oh. What is it, Cersei? I think I've got it. Figured it out, have you? What? Really? Tell me what you mean. Think back on what we heard before. Before? Well, there's not much point in dragging it out, so I'll go ahead and tell you. The mermaid known as Nagame. became human. Nagame gave up her existence as a mermaid long ago. She no longer lives as a mermaid, but as a human. Ah, now that you mention it, that does sound familiar. You mean to tell me that story was true? Oh yeah, I forgot to say that out loud. Yeah, she became a human because that's what the story was. She walked among the people because she wanted to. That's why she didn't go back to Ryugu. Oh, you'd heard of these events before. I suppose Miss Somikawa must have heard about it from Sobae. But could a mermaid really have become human? Mermaids are originally from another world, right? Normally it would be unthinkable, yes. But it seems a certain talented psychic managed to make the impossible happen, at no small cost to himself, I might add. Oh, is it Yamishigim, whatever his name is? That's amazing. Or is it your ancestor? Was the ancestor in love with the mermaid? I don't know. We'll figure it out. I can't say I understand why she would do such a thing, though. Why not remain a mermaid? It seemed like a bit of a waste to me. Well, Nagame was a bit different from the other two mermaids, you see. Is this like the Little Mermaid? They were serious and dutiful, but Nagame was strongly drawn to the mortal world, and to the humans who live in it. I suppose you could say that she was the opposite of Miss Somikawa, in a way. You don't say. More than anything, it seems she was particularly drawn to the idea of becoming human, finding the person of her dreams, and marrying them, and getting to be their bride. That's a pretty cute dream to have. I guess not all mermaids are the same, huh? Indeed, to think that mermaids could harbor the same hopes and dreams as humans do. I must say she sounds quite relatable. Perhaps. You're the mermaid, aren't you, girl? I imagine she was viewed as quite the odd soul among her own kind, though. Then a few decades ago, Nagame happened to meet a certain psychic. The two soon fell in love. And Nagame, who wanted more than anything else to become that man's wife, asked him if there was any way she could become human. The psychic searched far and wide for a way to grant her wish, and after decades of toil, he found a secret art that would allow her to do so. Oh, such unconditional love, such ardent devotion, a mermaid who wished to become human to be with the love of her life. Why, it's like the tale of the Little Mermaid reborn in the modern era. Truly a story to grip the heart. How could I not root for them with everything I have? Are you sure? That would mean we don't have a mermaid to look for anymore, you know. No matter if it was for the sake of such inspiring passion, then I care not a whit. So, Nagame became human in the end, yes? And the two of them lived happily ever after? I refuse to accept any other conclusion. Well, that's more or less what happened. So, I can say with certainty that Nagame, the mermaid, no longer exists. I see. So she's still alive out there as a human. What a beautiful tale. Why, I wish I could meet her solely to offer my most heartfelt congratulations. No, I think wedding gifts are in order. Avi seems to be enjoying himself, but this means there's no chance of us meeting a mermaid anymore, right? Ah, now that you mention it, that is a problem. I thought so. Question, Mrs. Shiki. I don't suppose there would be a way for us to go to Ryugu and meet a mermaid there, would there? I'm afraid not. It's impossible for a flesh and blood human to cross over to the eternal world. Indeed, you have to be dead to have any chance of getting there. Ah, just as I feared. There's little point in getting there without a life to savor it. Although, does that mean there's a chance that Miss Somikawa was able to make it to Ryugu in the end? That, I don't know. Not everyone ends up in Ryugu after death, after all. I see. I suppose we'll just have to hope she was able to meet the mermaids she so admired in the afterlife. I think she appreciated that. What would be all I can tell? Oh, that... I'm, like, losing my mind. I think I was just thinking too hard about, like, The fact that she is probably a mermaid, I feel it. I feel it in my guts. That would be all I can tell you there. Are you willing to give us your cursed stone now? Well, knowing that we have no chance of meeting a mermaid now has thoroughly dashed all my hopes and dreams. But you did share with us a most charming tale of mermaid love and longing, so I suppose I can't complain. Here, the cursed stone. Thank you. Sato, could you take a look at it for me? Very well. I see. If you don't mind, there are a few details I'd like to confirm with you before continuing, Avi. Very well. Go ahead and ask anything you like. I'll even give you the map we used. It originally belonged to you and yours, after all. Thank you, in that case. I see. I think I know how to lift the curse of the raging waves now. Finally, it certainly has been a long road to get here. Yes, it has. If you want to know what happened. Still, you certainly are knowledgeable about mermaids. Where on earth did you get all this information from? Well, let's just say I have my sources, which is myself. I suppose we could put this down to the vast knowledge of the Paranormal Affairs Bureau as well, eh? Ah, he hasn't realized it yet. What do you mean? It's nothing. Don't worry about it. Aw, poor Avi. Let's see. Shut her doors her husband. She's worked with Tetsuo Tsutsumi, yeah. That's so interesting. Tetsuo! Okay. Yumeko was formerly a mermaid by the name of Nagame. Unlike her more serious compatriots, Hayase and Sobae, Nagame was free-spirited by nature and held a keen interest in both humans and the mortal world. And held... Sorry, I got distracted by that. She has even known to break the rules to sneak out and observe human society. Something which often put her at odds with the other two mermaids and led her to being viewed as something of a maverick. Damn cool girl. When the entrance of Ryugu was sealed 400 years ago to suppress the curse of the raging waves, rendering the remaining mermaids unable to return home, Sobae was overcome by grief. However, Nagame was thrilled and seized the opportunity to travel the world at her leisure, which deepened the rift between her and Sobae. For the next 350 years, Nagame bore witness to the lives of countless humans around the globe, from every culture and era, and her yearning for life in human society continued to grow. She was particularly enamored by the concepts of marriage and becoming a bride, finding the idea of pledging one's life to someone and living hand in hand with them from then on enthralling. It was this she found herself longing for above all else. She found herself longing for, it was this she found herself longing. Let's see. There we go. About 50 years ago, Nagame met a certain talented psychic in Japan. The two quickly fell in love, and Nagame, who by that point had begun to earnestly wish that she could give up being a mermaid and live amongst humans, the mortal world, asked him whether there was any way she could become human. Wanting to fulfill her wish, the psychic began to search for a lost secret art that would allow her to assume human form. The two overcame countless hardships together in their quest for the art, and after decades of searching, they not only found it, but actually succeeded in perfecting it. However, the secret art would grant Nagame her wish demanded a heavy price. For a mermaid, a being who lacked a mortal form in the material world, to gain a human body, the caster's own body would have to be sacrificed. Using this art would render them unable to live side by side as humans as they had so long to do. The two agonized over their decision. Despite their decades-long search, the different worlds in which they lived continued to keep them apart. As a mermaid, Nagame could neither join him on land nor appear before others. The life together they yearned for remained a distant dream. In the end, the two chose to use the secret art so they could be together in the mortal world, even when Nagame learned that the psychic, Itensai Shiki, only appeared young due to his supernatural abilities, having been born in the Edo period and already over 100 years old by that time. She fell in love. She loved him no less. That's fun. Thus did Nagame, the mermaid, become Itensai Shiki's human wife, Yumeko Shiki, a name given to her by Tensai by himself. Although the process of gaining a human body meant she lost many of the memories and abilities she had possessed during her time as a mermaid, she retained all the memories and feelings from her time spent with Tensai, which was more than enough for Yumeko. Since then, Yumeko has enjoyed a fulfilling life with her human nature and her relationship with Tensai, bringing her immense joy. Because of this, she is insistent that her primary identity be that of a housewife, to the extent that she always chooses clothing that will allow her to return to tackling housework at a moment's notice. That's fun. However, the human body she has gained still differs from those of regular humans. Although she appears to age slowly compared to those around her, it is entirely unknown how long her lifespan will end up being. Following her rebirth as a human, Yumeko decided to pay a visit to Sobai in the depths of Ise Bay to explain her decision and introduce her partner. Abandoning her form as a mermaid to become human was a grave violation of the rules they were bound to, and she expected Sobai to receive the news with utter contempt if not sever her ties with Yumeko completely. But her expectations were pleasantly subverted. Sobai herself had since forged her own deep bond of love and trust with Mare Minakuchi, one that similarly transcended their respective species and understood her feelings, thanking her for introducing Intensai to her. However, Sobai never showed herself to Yumeko again after that. Interesting. After many twists and turns in their quest for happiness, the spirit of Intensai Shiki, who sacrificed his body so that Yumeko could live as a human, has come to dwell in the body of a small dog. No way. And he continues to enjoy retirement and a quiet life at Yumeko's side in his home in Tokyo to this day. What? Even before his retirement, and despite his current form, he remained an active force in the industry, having devoted his time to such things as taking Soto Kiryu on as his protege after discovering his potential, assisting with management of the Paranormal Affairs Bureau for old time's sake, and sending Yumeko, who knew of the bureau and the work it did, to help out as one of its members. That's crazy. He's a small dog? Damn. Damn. Hey, that's love, man. That's love. Way to go, everyone. I'll tell you what you want to know about... Okay. We do indeed. Okay. No, it was just that. Ma'am, about the curse of the raging waves. Hold on. Let's finish dealing with this first. We'll talk about that afterwards. Understood. Finished with what? Let's move on to the topic of Circe's cursed stone, shall we? All right, here it is. One of the locals we ran into earlier was planning to use this cursed stone to cause a massacre, so we confiscated it. Goodness, that's far more disturbing than I was imagining. It sounds like you were lucky to escape unscathed. Where's this local now? Well, I'm afraid she managed to slip away after we took her cursed stone. I imagine she's fled the island by this point. I see. I suppose she won't be able to get up to any mischief without the cursed stone, at least. So, who was this would-be mass murderer, and what exactly was she planning to do? She said her name was Kikuko, Tsutsui. She didn't have any spirit sense to speak of, though. She tried to use her cursed stone to get Avi to tell her what she knew about mermaids, what he knew about mermaids, but we managed to fend her off and take it from her. That's right, she had hand mirrors and business cards marked with the symbol that serves as the target for the curse, and handed them out around this island in advance for whatever she needed to activate it. Oh, it's Yumeko. A premeditated crime, in other words. And quite a thorough one, too. That was quite a dangerous position you were in. I'll say, if we hadn't caught on to her intentions, I've no doubt we'd be sleeping with the fishes by now. Such is the nature of dealing with curses, I'm afraid. You never know when you might end up the target. No need to tell me twice. I've had quite enough of curses by this point. A prudent attitude. A curse's corruption starts from the heart. Indeed. I'll be sure to remember that. It does start from the heart. Did you learn what this Kikuko was after in the end? To be honest, I wasn't all that sure myself. Apparently, she was looking to get her hands on a mermaid to impress some tycoon called Yamashina. It seems he's looking for a way to become immortal. What? A tycoon called Yamashina who wants to become immortal? It couldn't be. Oh, you know him? Did she mention where she got the cursed stone from? Could Yamashina have given it to her? Actually, it seems like that was someone else. As Kikuko would tell it, she's Yamashima's illegitimate child and refused to acknowledge her. While she was pondering ways to gain his approval, this young CEO, his apprentice, swooped in and offered her a sympathetic ear and a cursed stone to use to accomplish her goal. I think that was the long and short of it. Something like that, yeah. What? So there's someone else involved? It turns out we knew the CEO she was talking about too. We were pretty shocked. So the CEO was the original owner of the cursed stone, was he? What is his name? He's a young man named Kipei Ikoma, although I dare say young isn't the first word that would come to mind when looking at him. What? Kipei Ikoma? It can't be. Huh? You know him too? No, perhaps they simply share a name. The Kipei Ikoma we know should have died 6 years ago. Huh? Died? What do you mean? Would you mind taking a look at this, Avi? A portrait sketch, and who might this be? The Kipei Ikoma you knew wouldn't happen to look like this, would he? Kipei Ikoma? Oh no, he doesn't look like this at all. Yep, this isn't him. I see. Could you give us the cursed stone you have, Circe? Sure, here you go. Sato, would you mind taking a look at this one too? Of course. This is the curse of Tomoshige, and it has the power to cleave its targets in two. Ma'am, this is it. The curse from the Toba case. I thought so. What? What's gotten everyone so excited all of a sudden? Right, I suppose we should explain. The name of the man in the sketch I just showed you is Kipei Ikoma. He was killed 6 years ago, and his skeletal remains were recently found in Toba. He assumed the identity of Kipei Ikoma. The cause of his death was a curse, and one that kills its victims by slicing through them, bone and all. In other words, it's highly likely he was killed by the curse within this cursed stone, the curse of Tomoshige. Huh? Wait, but that wouldn't that mean... You're telling me that this Kipei Ikoma was killed 6 years ago by a curse wielded by Kipei Ikoma? Yes, in other words... The current Ikoma is an imposter. The Kipei Ikoma you know, the company president, is a different man. He used his curse to kill the real one 6 years ago and assumed his identity. What? You're telling me he isn't the real Ikoma? I see. So that's how it is. In that case, just who is the man calling himself Kipei Ikoma now? I can't say, but it seems like he's quite the dangerous fellow. Good thing we managed to take his cursed stone, I'll say. Yeah, at the very least, we shouldn't have to worry about him using his curse anymore. By the way, I believe you said that this Ikoma is Yoshiatsu Yamashina's apprentice? If that's the case, then Yamashina has someone working for him who has a cursed stone. Could Yamashina have been pulling the strings from behind the scenes? It's possible. We should get in touch with Detective Ide and see if he can't take Yamashina in for questioning. With any luck, he'll be able to detain Ikoma as well. Is there something wrong? We kind of already told Ikoma about the Forsaken Fish curse stone. You did help us out earlier. After all, it only felt fair. I suppose we can assume that information has reached Yamashina as well, then. Oh, I don't know why I went British for her. All right. He also asked us to look for a bronze mirror that was used to lift the curse of the raging waves. The still-tide mirror, I think. The still-tide mirror, eh? Just what could he be planning? Either way, it seems we'll have to keep an eye out for any movement on his end. Damn. Ah, yes, we were hoping you could do us a little favor, Cersei. It seems you don't have a mermaid to be searching for anymore, so perhaps you could use that extra time to help us out? What do you think, Avi? Very well, permission granted. How kind of you. It's nothing strenuous, I assure you. We just want to find out Kippei Ikoma's current whereabouts, that's all. Oh, so just an ordinary chore then? We want to focus on getting the curse of the raging waves lifted as soon as possible, you see. It would be a huge help if you could pin him down in the meantime. He's definitely up to something. And most importantly, you know what he looks like. We'll ask a detective from Mie Police to look into things there too, but one can never be too cautious. Both his true identity and his goal remain unclear. Be very careful when dealing with him. I guess that means we'll have to go back to the mainland for now. We do have some time left before the last ferry is set to sail, I suppose. Okay, then. I do want to find out what's going on, too. So we'll see what we can do from here. It seems we'll be helping. It seems we'll be helping you out with your work, then. In that case, please do consider putting in a word on my behalf. All right. I'll see what I can do. Yes, I am not a murderer. We appreciate the help. If you learn anything of note, leave a message at the station, all right? Got it. We did it. I suppose we should see about lifting the curse of the raging waves, then. Let us get in touch with Detective Ide first. We can find Wakamura after that and see if we can't get him to cooperate. Understood. Let us be on our way, then. Whoa! Point of contact. It's the only one I can do. Possessions. Oh, it's true. I can't continue from here, can I? Or can I? Sorry about that. Ugh. Point of contact. Yeah, I mean, gotta do that thing. From Unkakudono to the Curse of the Raging Waves, Sato and Tsukasa run around the island searching for answers to the mountain of problems before them. Yeah. It is a mountain of problems. Let's think back to what has happened. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna say it's my boy. Oh, it's my girl. After calming down Tsukasa, who had the wrong idea after seeing me with Shotaro by the beach. I explained at the Kantekisho ruins that I was immortal, and that Miss Wakamura was planning to hand me over to someone called Nkakudono. I really don't like saying this. It's just very hard for me to say. The two of us searched for a way to stop the curse of the raging waves. We also stopped by the Wakamura home to apologize to Shotaro, but no one was there. Got a cool call. Well, after that, we met with Tsuyu and learned about who Mari Minakuchi truly was, as well as how the curse of the raging waves had been kept at bay by the bronze mirrors she left behind. We also ran into Azami. He looked desperate, saying that Kamishimaru hand mirrors that Kikuko had given me was dangerous, and he was going around collecting them. Tsukasa and I handed ours over to him too. Then after that... Yeah, now what? Now that our girl is dead and we don't have mirrors. Can't find Miss Wakamura anywhere. Mr. Wakamura anywhere. We need to tell him about the bronze mirrors as soon as possible. Yeah. Oh. It's those two. Oh yeah, they're the ones who are looking for the old man's place. Excuse me. Oh, if it isn't Sato, good timing. I've got something to discuss, if you don't mind. Oh, all right. I actually have something to ask myself. Huh? Since when did you get to know each other? All right, we actually talked a bit after the last time we met. These two are from the Tokyo Metropolitan Police Department. They're here to lift the curse of the raging waves. Wait, seriously? Since when does the police deal in curses? We're a special unit dedicated to things like this. I hope we can be of help. My favorite housewife. Oh, wait, where's the sticker? Ah, shit. There's a well here. Oh, sticker! Oh, no, it's a keychain. Ah. Sato, something wrong? Oh, no, it's just that there's a Kamishimaru keychain lying on the ground here. Ah, you're right. Who just chucked the poor thing out here? Yeah, I almost missed it. I'll rescue it. Okay. Okay, Yuza has one. Sato has one. What does that mean? What does that mean? It's not a sticker. Oh, but this is. Woo! Mockingbird 20! Give it to me. Give me that. Buzz Boozler? Love it. I love that name. That name is cool as hell. Way to go, Buzz Boozler. Boozling around. She seems like she's accepting it, but even Tsukasa probably didn't get everything from that quick explanation. Can't blame her, though. I don't fully understand it myself. Yeah. You spoke with them yesterday, Sato? Yeah, they're specialists from a special unit called the Paranormal Affairs Bureau. They even saw right through me. Wait, you mean they figured out you're immortal? Yep, first time anyone's managed that. Wow. I guess real professionals can figure out things like that. That's true. You end up passing through this intersection no matter where you go on the island. A narrow path with a gentle breeze, it makes for a nice peaceful afternoon. Hell yeah, it does. A well. There's an old well here. These days, most houses have running water, so it isn't used anymore. In the story that Tsuyu told us earlier, the bronze mirror was apparently found at the bottom of this very well. I can't even imagine how Mare managed to find it here. That's some real tenacity. It's interesting. Surroundings. Why was the keychain there? I have to know. I already saw that. I like that I looked at it and like, oh my god, it's new. Alright. That cloak must be so hot. How does he stay so calm and collected? He just does. But why is she dressed like a housewife? She doesn't look like police at all. Yes. Thank you for your time the other day. Oh, not at all. I'm sorry I couldn't be of more help. Mind if I start from my side, then? Oh, not at all. The good news is, we figured out how to lift the curse of the raging waves. Really? You have? Whoa, seriously? That's huge! The bad news is that we need a few things to do it. We're in the middle of tracking them down. If that's the case, let us help you. Yeah, what do you need? Well, the first is called the Still-Tide Mirror. A mirror that was used to hold back the curse of the raging waves. I know it! We know where that is. At least, I think we do. You do? We just heard about it from Tsuyu Minakuchi. I see. 5 years ago, Mare Minakuchi tried to break the curse with that mirror, but it failed. That explains why people blamed her for the Southern Sea disaster. If that mirror from back then is still here, then it is very likely to be the Still-Tide Mirror. Yes, that was what I wanted to talk to you about, too. I see. Thank you. That sounds like the pieces are coming together. Yeah, it is. But there's still one more piece we need, a descendant of the Taishima people. Which likely means Myra Minakuchi's son, Yuza Minakuchi, would be our best candidate. Yeah, that would work. Do you know where he is now? Not sure. We've been looking, too, since we wanted to pass along what Tsuyu told us. Alright, we'll go search for him. Really, that would be a huge help. We'll go and secure the mirror. Time is tight. If we split up, we need a point of contact in case we can't find each other. Could one of you stay in one place and handle communications between us? Good plan. Could one of you take that on? A point of contact? It'd be best if it was Tsukasa. I'll go look for Yuza. Tsukasa, do you mind being the point of contact? Me? Sure, no problem. Let's see then. I'll wait by the community hall on Chuo Street. There's also a phone there where we could use. Okay, we'll make contact there if anything happens. Thank you, that'll be a big help. Alright then, we'll retrieve the bronze mirror first, then track down Yuza Minakuchi, and work on lifting the curse. Okay then, Sato. Ooh, shit. Okay then, Sato, good luck. If you find Yuza, please tell him everything that Tsuyu told us. I will. Leave it to me. Damn. Sato's gotta go find Yuza now. Or, it's just me, Yuza. Oh, why did it make that noise? Claim. Claim. Sato entrusts Tsukasa with being the point of contact while she goes on a search for Yuza Minakuchi. Honestly, what's interesting is that it seems like I'm making the decision and telling people that, you know, I know this info. I am in a different timeline, though, so it makes sense. Is it... Wait, is it Yuza telling this? Anyways, we'll figure it out. After that, I met with Yuza and told him what I had heard from Tsuyu and Miss Shiki, that we needed him to come to the community hall to lift the curse of the raging waves. But after that, I headed somewhere else, this time for my own purpose. Oh. Minakuchi residence. Lighthouse. Minakuchi residence. Why do I have this thing? What am I supposed to do with it? Going to Minakuchi's house. Hello? Is anyone home? Who am I kidding? I know no one's here. Just love this home. Wait. Where's... I visited this room so many times while helping look after Tsuyu. The owner's away, but people on this island don't usually lock up all that tightly. I'd also been asked to come while they were out to help with chores, so by now I know the place well. A sliding glass door that leads out to an outdoor spot to dry laundry. Doesn't get much sun, though. A household shrine for the sea god. Almost every home around here has one. Before heading out to sea, everyone always stops to pray here first. Once they come back safe, they pay respects again to give thanks. K. KKK. Calendar! A calendar handed out by the local association. There's one at the Wakamura's place, too. This one's still showing last month, though. There's a circle around the day that marks the day Yuza came home. She must have been really looking forward to it. Hell yeah. Okay. Yeah! Oh, what's this? Holy shit, it's a cocktail. What are you? Tutton TL. Oh, yeah! I'm just always going to scream when there's a sticker involved. Sorry, gang. There's absolutely no choice. This is the Minakuchi family's altar. There are memorial tablets for Tsuyu's husband, her son Tosuke, and her daughter-in-law Mare here. I'm sure she never expected they'd all go before her. It must have been hard to deal with. That's why she likes doing little jokes. It's an altar shelf. Buddhist objects and keepsakes are neatly arranged on it. It also has something Tsuyu once showed me. Here it is. There's something about it, but I can't put my finger on what. It's a mermaid scale. It really is just as beautiful as ever. I shouldn't just take it, so let me put it back on the shelf where it belongs. Interesting. Mermaid scale, cupboard. A built-in cupboard fitted snug against the wall. You can tell it's been here for a long time. These kind of cupboards help the room feel less cramped. I was so impressed the first time I saw one. Modern design sure is smart. The inside, though, is a bit messy. Tsuyu tends to toss anything in there to get it out of the way. Sounds about right. Stuff. All sorts of things are scattered on the floor here. Even with this much storage, people leave things lying about. Guess some things never change. Nope. Table. It's a table. One of those really low tables that's perfect for flipping over. I know because I've seen it on TV all the time. Yeah, just flip it over. But with nothing on it, there's not much point in flipping it over, is there? Well said. Well said. Do I have to think now? I found everything. Light. A light with a wooden frame. Looks like this design evolved from those old lamps with paper shades. I'm glad this older look still turns up here and there. Can we turn it off? Sliding door. Okay, I think that's it. I'll think. Okay, I'm here. I'm here and what? What am I supposed to do? Why would I do that? What am I doing? Okay, fine. I'll just leave. Goodbye! It was very cool to be in an empty house and look at stuff, but that was probably not what I should have done. Yeah! Oh, there they are. Okay, let's think about what I need to do now. These two have a special box called Tamatebako. I need to get it from them, no matter what. I have to find a way to convince them to hand it over. This is the only chance I'm gonna get. I'll share what I know bit by bit to hook their interest, and negotiate from there. Really not sure if I can pull this off, but I have to try. Ooh. They must have their own reasons for finding the Tamatebako. If I can get them to give that up, maybe they'll hand it over to me without too much fuss. What's the best way to approach this? Call out! It's the surrounding link. There's a small lookout plaza in front of the lighthouse, where you can see the sea, probably meant for tourists. Come to think of it, I've never really come here all that much. Sticker? That's not a sticker. Lighthouse. The lighthouse is such an amazing thing. One single beam of light can guide so many ships. Back in the day, if you wanted to sail at night, you waited for clear, starry skies, or lit bonfires along the shore. It was a lot of work. I guess she would know. Thinking. Can I look at my head? Okay. Excuse me. You rang? Yes. Could I speak with you for a moment? Permission granted. Oh, thank you. Oh, don't mind him. He always gets a little carried away. Right. So you're Avi, an author, and Circe here is your guide. Indeed, great to meet you, Sato. I've actually heard talk about you around the island. Oh, really? It would seem that we've become quite famous in these parts. I'd say we're more on the infamous side, but sure. Yeah, we are. Wow, her blonde hair is so beautiful. I've never seen it in person before. And her outfit is also looks so unusual. Maybe it's traditional clothing from her country? Yeah. Now that I think about it, this is my first time meeting someone from overseas. They do feel different somehow, but I can't quite put it into words. Yeah, well, he is a strange man. They must have their own reason. Yeah. Yeah. Hello. Oh, hello. That's interesting. I sensed something peculiar about you. Huh? Do you? It's definitely strange, but I can't quite put my finger on it. Are you really human? I think so. Hey now, Cersei, that's an awfully rude thing to say to someone. Do forgive her, she still doesn't quite know how to start a conversation. No, it's fine. Sorry. No, really, it's fine. She's adorable. Sweet girl. I heard you were searching for a mermaid. Is that true? Oh, tell me, young lady. Do you perchance know of a mermaid? Because if so, you must tell. Ah, I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know anything about any specific mermaid. Oh, please don't look so disappointed. I feel bad now. Just Abby's fucking face. You see, I'm rather interested in mermaids, so I was hoping I could ask you a little more about them. Now you look both disappointed and annoyed. Did I say something wrong? Well, the last person who asked the same thing nearly cursed us to death. What? Indeed, the people on this island are nothing but trouble. I've had enough of it. You're the same, aren't you? You're just after immortality like everyone else. Admit it. Well, I need to steer the conversation towards the Tame Tabako. What should I say? Yes, I must become immortal. Everything depends on it. If you know anything, I sincerely ask you to tell me. Ha! There it is, your true colors, I knew it. You think I'd just hand over the Tame Tabako I struggled so hard to obtain? Oh, so you really have the Tame Tabako? Huh? What's that? I've never heard of this Tame Tabako. But you just said you wouldn't hand it over to me. No. You are mishearing things, young lady. I have no idea what you speak. Please, I really need it. Alas, young lady, our research has made one thing clear. Trying to meet a mermaid in this place is futile. You see, that's why we decided to give up on the Ise Bay mermaids. Take in the sights of Kamishima and head home. There are mermaid legends scattered all across the world. We have all the time in the world to begin the search anew. So it really is that hopeless. Plus, we can't linger on this island much longer anyway. Cersei's condition and duties are also starting to be an issue, you see, so we must be taking our leave here. Hold on. They left, damn. That was no good. Oh. I had to be more desperate. I had to give my plea. I didn't say the right things in both these situations. Interesting. I think I'm going to leave it here. But this was good. This was interesting. I'm looking forward to kind of seeing how this will turn out. We're getting a lot of info. And our girl's a mermaid, Yumeko. I knew you were different. I feel like I thought she was a mermaid not even that early. I think I only thought she was a mermaid, like... I forget when. I'll try to remember when, but it wasn't... Like, I didn't really suspect her for a while. I did suspect her as an 800-year-old immortal, but not a mermaid. I thought Yuza might have been, but then when they confirmed he was... Oh, that was when. When Yuza was the 800-year-old immortal, then I was like, Yumeko cannot be one. Because Sato also doesn't see those auras, I suppose. And so I was like, oh, maybe she's a mermaid because she can tell if they're mortal. Anyways, that's just me rambling on. Appreciate that you're still here watching, and I'll see you in the next one. This should be fun. Maybe we'll get this done and over with sooner than later, which is a shame because I'm having a great time. Anyways, bye-bye.